Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. So today we're doing this very fun sunset vibe kind of look. If y'all would like to see that, then keep on watching. Alrighty, I'm just taking my Becca backlighting priming filter. Just taking a little bit of that. I do want a very like glowy, dewy kind of finish. So this is a very good primer for that, since it does give that luminosity that we are looking for. And I am just taking my Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless Foundation in the shade 120 Classic Ivory. And we are simply just dabbing that all over the base. Taking now our trusty Shape Tape Concealer in the shade Light Neutral. This is honestly my favorite concealer. It is a very good formula. It does work well at concealing. It has a nice consistency. Everything about it is just beautiful. It has a gorgeous shade range as well. So just taking the little tapered end and blending that out. Just taking my Too Faced Born This Way Ethereal Setting Powder, pouring some of that there in the lid. Taking just a little sponge to bake it, and of course we always do the under eye. Just really helps brighten and stay in place. And I just want to go in lightly with it today, so I am just taking a fluffy facial brush, dipping it in there, and just kind of patting that on. Taking the Anastasia Brow Defined pencil in the shade Dark Brown. Just brushing that out. And remember guys, it is important not to rush makeup, because if you rush it, you can just really mess it up, and sometimes it is just hard to correct. So we are just taking our time, aligning the brows here. And just filling in the bare spots. And just taking that little spoolie brush once again, and we are just brushing it out just to give it a softer look. And there we go. So going on, we are just taking just another fluffy facial brush, and we are simply just dusting off that excess baking. I am just taking the Park Avenue Princess bronzer from Tarte, and we are going to lightly bronze up the face. And of course, contouring the nose. And of course, what we put down for contour, we brighten up with just a brightener. And of course, I am taking the Wet n Wild Mega Glow contouring palette in the shade Dulce de Leche. Simply taking the Becca Mineral Blush in Songbird And I love this blush because it is very natural, and for this it has like almost an orangish undertone. So I wouldn't say orange, I would say peach. So that is the colors we are working with today because we are going for a sunset vibe. Sticking with golds, peaches, those kinds of colors. And just taking my Charlotte Tilbury Bar of Gold highlighter and just taking a very small fluffy brush and just putting that on the cheekbones, down the nose. It's better to put it down the nose and then on the tip because it really gives a more kind of like an even highlighted look, opposed to if you just have a bright highlight on the very tip of your nose. Alrighty, I'm just taking my Ulta Eye Primer. I'll get a new one, guys. I am just debating which one. Probably, I'm thinking the Urban Decay. But if y'all have another recommendation, leave it down in the comments below. So, we are doing a sunset vibe. Just taking my Just Peachy mattes, in which it is gorgeous, guys. It is beautiful. So I'm just grabbing the shade Peach Butter. And we are simply setting the lid with that. And once again, we are doing another halo eye. So I am simply grabbing Peach Tea, putting that all in our crease. Going in with the shade next to it, Peach Cobbler. And going in now with the shade Peach Punch, which is this very fun punch, like pinkish coral shade. Just putting that on most of the lid. And grabbing the Anastasia Beverly Hills Prism palette, we are just simply going to be grabbing the shade Pyramid, which is this lovely glittery gold, and just putting that in the center. I'm actually going to grab a smaller brush and just placing that in the center. As you can see, that is quite a lovely gold. It is definitely probably my favorite shadow out of the Anastasia Beverly Hills Prism palette because it has really good payoff. Even though it's very sparkly, there isn't a lot of fallout, which is really, really good. Taking now a little smudge brush and going under with the shade Just Ripe. And putting that all under the bottom lash line here. Kind of getting in those purple vibes of a sunset. And just kind of smoking it out, giving it that soft appearance. Grabbing the NYX Vinyl Liquid Liner. And there we go with those lovely wings. And I am just taking my Charlotte Tilbury bar of gold, taking that on a very defined brush, and we are simply going to use that to highlight our brows and inner tear duct while our liquid liner dries. And just taking my eyelash curler, and just taking the Monsieur Big, and this is once again such a lovely mascara, guys. I love it. Once again, you want to tilt the head back so you don't get mascara on the crease. And just taking now my L'Oreal Infallible Never Fail eyeliner, and we are going to go in the waterline, and this is a lovely black shade here. And just taking my Peach Blur blurring powder, as y'all know, it is my favorite. And just taking my NYX matte lipstick in the shade Indie Flick, in which I chose this shade because it is a kind of like a reddish orange, so I still wanted to go with that sunset vibe. And that is such a lovely, lovely shade. And it is such a universal tone, too. And just taking now my MAC Fix Plus spray. And just going over that. And we are just going to let that dry, and we are good. And that is it, guys. I hope y'all liked this sunset look. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Also, don't forget to check out the awesome social media shout out down below. My social media links are there as well. Love you guys. Bye.